Now, I've got two very amazing gentlemen with me right here on Fast with the Hits, Trace FM. I know one. The other I have seen on the TV, but they're two very amazing guys. I've been seeing them on the internet quite a bit lately. They've been surprising people with shopping, and I always went like, God, I hope they don't knock on my door. that would be a bit awkward. Shout out to man like Nick and Pascal. Good morning, sirs. How are you guys?
Fantastic. Good morning.
Salama?
Tokodi, bro, it's good to be here.
It's good to have you guys.
Thank you.
Now, before we even get into all of that, because you know everything that's done on camera, there's always like a very different side to it, right? Have you guys ever gotten like a rude shock when you guys deliver that shopping to anyone?
Actually, Kenyans are quite positive. We had really good responses.
Yes. I need to invite your chai.
Bana.
Serious? Mka invite your chai?
Yeah.
Okay, that's interesting. Mi mkaingia kwangu mi naweka tu hapo nje. Live.
Tutafika kwa mlango kwanza ama dogi?
No. Me, I live in an apartment. Bado sijafika place here, you know, lawn and, well, yeah, maybe.
In a quote.
But it's so interesting getting to see you guys do all of that together. I mean, you guys have been on a TV movie, Pamoja, so there's that whole chemistry and all of that. And then now you guys doing that. It's so interesting to see it. But well done.
Thank you. It's crazy. There's a tall guy we met, and then Nick is stupid. Nick took an aerial shot so that we can mimic his POV.
Oh wow! So I mean, you guys do that what in between? It has to be during the day. There's never been no late nights or anything.
No. It's during the day.
Come on, why you guys try and pull up in the evening or something?
No.
But also, you guys must get hit on a lot.
Nick, answer that question.
What? I mean, you know. Do you get hit on a lot, Pascal?
No, when you guys are in the supermarket, come on. This is, you guys have been around town, right? Literally, we've seen you guys on TV and all of those for a while. So you can imagine when this lady see you guys and like, oh my God, it's Nick, I want you to help me shop and what? How's that?
I think for that particular campaign, you know, you're rocking the brand of the supermarket, and you're actually like going and, you know, being intentional about you know, talking to the shoppers. But you know, Kenyans generally are just, you know, we're very modest and conservative. You know, normally like. Nobody's really gonna walk up to you and be like, "Hey,
I'm on my deliver shop."
They'll DM to my message,
Ati, I saw you
in public. They'll be like, "Oh, it's very subtle. It's very professional."
Yeah.
But later on, it's like, "I really wanted to say this when I saw you, but I figured your wife was there." So.
I'm gonna deliver shopping. Mnafungio tu kwa keja.
Hey.
Well.
That'll be different. But anyway, I say all of that to say this, right? First and foremost, happy Father's Day in advance.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Both of you guys. Now, Nick, you've been a father for a while, and so have you.
One year.
1 year and a half. 1 year and a half, right? When miaka ngapi sasa?
5 years now.
5 years.
Yeah.
Wow. 5 years and 1 year.
Yeah.
Let's start with 1 year. What's it like?
It's
1 year. Kutoka azaliwe mtoke hosi, ako home, you know, let's not even try and romanticize this. This is not going to be one of those interviews, they can drive you mad.
Bro, I wasn't going to tell you that I'm happy. Okay, I'm sleepy. I'm sleepy. I woke up at 3, bat was on my face.
Yeah. It's not easy.
It's not easy. Every day she wakes up at 6. Every single day is like clockwork. 6. So 6 to 9, I'm with her. Mom needs to sleep. So 6 to 9, I'm with her.
Wow, that's dope.
Yes,
like you're letting the mom sleep and everything. But okay, that's that side. But what about the other side of you're seeing this person who's now growing into someone. They're trying to like say this. You can see like they're coming up with their own what do you call it, kind of routine.
Yeah.
Even if they're asleep for a while, right? Yeah. But how's that whole experience for you?
I mean, it's new. It's very, very new. It's a blessing watching her trying to grasp some things, learning some things. And my girl is very, very smart. There are some things that she does, I'm like, should you be doing that at this age?
Yeah.
So I'm happy. Nick, I call Nick every time I have an issue, I have a question.
That's dope. That's dope.
2 a.m. Hey, buddy.
Thank you for always picking up. Thank you. But there's a time she got sick. That's I think last week. And then that's the first time I've ever seen her that way. So it was a bit scary for me.
Yeah. I can imagine. Those especially at that age, because for kids you want them to tell you what's wrong.
Yes.
And they can't really communicate.
Yeah.
Exactly. Her body was burning up, but she can't really tell you what's up with her.
Yeah. Nick, when akona birthday bashes, where ushafika sasa what's that meme that says, "Ladies and gentlemen, we're now cruising."
Yeah, we are cruising along very nicely. Yeah, at 5, especially girls are smarter than guys. So a 5-year-old girl is telling you exactly how she feels about this and that, everything and nothing. Yeah. We have great conversations. We have great car rides to school where we just talk about life. Play I Spy with my little eye. It's and every day, even at 5, every day still feels new because it's a new experience for us. I'm a father of 1, so bado tuna navigating that scene and just trying to understand and just do the best we can, really.
What's the one thing your daughter's told you and you went like, you've just mentioned the car rides to school, you almost went like, what? Let me share mine, right?
Yeah.
So over Easter we're doing a trip, right? So it's just me and my daughter were driving down and she started asking me about ChatGPT and everything.
Wow.
And like she went onto the details of it. I'm looking at her like, bruh, ChatGPT.
How old is she?
She's 10.
Yo.
Wow.
Right? So for me, it's a very different time. Okay, so that was that. A couple of weeks ago, we're driving to the bookshop on a Saturday.
Yeah.
So we're in the car and she told me, hey, could you play me some 21 Savage?
Hey. Yeah.
And you know what song she wants? Could you do some for me? I'm like, yo, that for me was just, it caught me very off guard.
Yeah.
Because I was just like, I know how the song is, what they're saying. Do you know what they're saying? Am I supposed to just be cool with you listening to that kind of music? So it's a bit tricky.
Yeah.
I didn't know how to react, but I was just like, you know what? We'll listen to Amapiano. So it's that kind of thing. So for you, what's that one thing that's caught you off guard?
Well, for me, it was just, I was trying to explain to her the concept of burglary. And it was just, I was just explaining and she was not understanding. I was trying to look for words that are like, politically correct because, with your child, you're always trying to, sensitize everything you say.
Yeah.
And then I remember at some point she just looked at me and she said, "Do better, daddy." Oh! And I was just like, what? I was like, what? Okay.
Hey.
Okay. Yeah, these kids are growing, man. These kids are growing. And like,
God.
And what's so interesting about kids, man, is just, they're a byproduct of you and the mom, but like they're their own person, their own personality. It's insane. Yeah.
I can attest to that. They grow up and they're learning, they're trying to figure out who they are and everything. But to be honest, the apple doesn't always fall far from the tree. Like I see some traits in her that definitely came from me and some traits that came from her mom. Like she's so caring, right?
Yeah.
Like such a darling and everything. That's definitely her mom.
Yeah.
Me
21.
Could you do something for me? But all of that said and everything, that's a beautiful part of it. But Pascal, let me ask you this. What are you most afraid of as a father right now to this young girl who's just a year old?
The world, man. Do you see where we're going?
Yeah, it's crazy, right?
It's crazy. I'm just worried about everything that she sees out there, what I can't protect her from. There's some things I can't be there all the time, but I will try my best. So I'm just afraid about the people that she'll meet if you hurt her, I hurt you. I think that's my logo, my motto. But my wife and I, we try every single day to just raise her in a good way. No good, no bad. We are very religious, so we try and do that. But we just try and protect her because we know we can't.
You can't always be there.
Can't always be there.
Okay, that's a very fair way to put it. What about you, Nick?
Man,
5 years, Sasa.
Really, it's just like Pascal, honestly, because we're living in the information age, access, and honestly, I can't. It's like I feel like literally, I would repeat what he said. But I just don't want to fail my kid, man. So it's just really important, at least when I have the opportunity, when I have the control to be there for her, that I am intentional about it. Yeah.
Well put. Now, for me, this is now the hard part about fatherhood, right? So my dad died when I was very young, literally about a year. So I had some father figures, but these were my uncles, like when I was on holiday, my grandpa when I was on holiday, that kind of thing. My grandpa would check up on me, but now this is like, now this is a mobile phone era.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And all of that. So that whole fatherhood concept for me was very different. Was, learning, you can walk and chew gum, literally. But I want you guys to put it to me. What's the one thing that you learned from your father that you're currently actively, referencing to as you both bring up your daughters? That one thing that's always behind your thinking, you're like, I got to do this, I got to do that.
For my dad, I'd say presence. Because my dad used to travel a lot, but every single day, it's like he's there. He'd call, he's put on loudspeaker, and it's every single kid. Mufanya homework. Okay, everything's done. So every single day you'd feel him there. Even if he's not there, you'd still feel him there. So I try every single day. I was in TZ, Juicy. Every single time. Every single I get it, I just call. Is she okay? Yeah.
You're on video call with your 1-year-old.
She's over there carrying the phone like, Papa. Drops the phone down, steps on it, continues being, Papa.
Concentration gone. All of that.
So you just have that gap of 30 seconds and then you're happy, she's happy, you move on.
Yeah. So that presence for you.
Presence for me.
100%. Yo, that's a beautiful one. You got to be there for them. Nick Naeje.
Hey, my dad, I think it's resilience, man. My dad would always say, the warmer the blanket, the colder the future. So, I've seen my dad wake up at like 4:30, 5 a.m. in the morning.
Yeah.
Since I was, since I knew what time was.
Yeah.
And, I've seen him pick himself up. I've seen him going through difficult situations. But I've never seen him break as a man in the traditional sense of the word. And, that's one thing I feel like I really like about us millennials, because we saw these hardcore men who, they did their thing. They provided for their families. And, I feel like that's one thing that I picked up from him. The resilience, the hard work and just to keep on going no matter what.
I like how you guys have put that, that resilience, presence, and that whole being able to differentiate from that whole African traditional fatherhood to this modern day fatherhood. So with that said, when's the last time you guys got a hug from your dad?
Yo, my dad is a soldier. Please.
Kisabuni.
Whatever you get from him, just know it's equivalent to a hug.
Yeah?
But he's
anakugoteaga strong.
That handshake of really, because yes, I think 2 days ago I shot something in KWS, so he was there. So when I was leaving, he salutes me. So I think that's for me, that's equivalent to Kimwanaume.
Wow.
Hey, what a hug! Oh my God, when? Hey. I can't remember.
Yeah?
But I can still feel there's a way. He's a macho man. He's like I said, he's a soldier. So there's some things which he does for us. You just feel it's love. So you change it to a hug in your own way.
So you know you have that bit of you have to flip that.
Yeah.
Because that's what you grew up seeing.
Yeah.
Now you've been able to like hold your daughter. You know when they're younger, sour. You know you're holding them, what. But now she gets to this place where she's a teenager. She's like, nah. You know, starts to keep away. That's why I think it all kind of.
But can I ask you a question? Is it different from like my relationship with my dad is father and son?
Yes.
Yeah. Mine, and we're all
girl dads.
Girl dads, yeah.
So me and her, I think even when she's 30, I'll still be hugging my kid. Like I don't mind but if it's my son, I think I'd treat him different.
Aye. You need to hug your son.
No,
Hug your boy.
Not hug. Like we'd have like a boys thing, but not to make him soft in terms of the hug thing. Yes, he knows I love him.
What's wrong with soft boys?
You see, that's the problem with the point, son.
No, I'm just saying. No, like if I had my son, I'd want my son to live in I'd protect my kid, my daughter. I'd protect both of them to death.
Yes.
But I'd want my son to know that the world is not.
So basically, in short, Pascal, what you're saying, right? So if you get a boy in future and they're out in the yard playing and everything, them akianguka, drop everything.
No.
Mama, are you okay?
When they're young, I don't mind hugging them, taking care of them. But it becomes a certain age, I'm like, boy, man up.
Lakini unasikia hiyo man inapitanza at a particular point. Kijana akianguka kwa yard, uko tu kwenye gazeti.
Unaambia wife usimwangalie
Atalia.
I mean, the other day I got into a bit of a fight with my daughter's mom, right? So my daughter wanted to go on a trip, right? One of these school trips, girl guides and all of that. But she'd not performed very well in math, right? So she's always been good at math, but she'd flopped a bit. So I'm on phone with her. She's over there trying to engage a meat box. She's like, so are you going to pay for the trip? I'm like, obviously, I am going to pay for it. But it's not going to be so easy, me telling her I'm paying for it.
Yeah.
So I ask her, I saw your report card and you've math haiko venye ilikuwa.
Yeah.
So what's going on? So she's like, sobbing and what. But tukikuja mambo ya trip, the excitement. Yeah. So me, I told her, listen, life is hard. She hung up.
What?
Yeah. She hung up. So she hangs up and goes to the mom and is like, Baba said life is hard, nini. So the mom now calls me and she's like, you can't talk to the kid like that. You got to be a bit more. And I was like, you know what?
You have to condition,
It's a delicate balance. Obviously, I'm going to pay for the trip and everything, but you also have to kind of... But that, for me, was a learning, right? Because I am also listening to the mom, right? But also, there's this idea that I have. But where are you getting your ideas of parenting these young ladies?
I mean, I will say, like, to that effect, I have a friend, and she studied, I think she studied education, like infant education or something in her college.
Early childhood.
Yeah, early childhood, that one, yes. So for her, how her parenting style is... She will discourage the kid from doing something. Okay. Don't touch that. The kid, if the kid decides to go and touch it again, she'll back off, let the kid do the thing.
Yeah.
The kid will get hurt, fall down, whatever will happen. Obviously not too extreme, right? She's not like letting her child put her hand in the fire or anything like that.
Yeah.
But like I'm a cat dad as well. So like Gray is he's a little aggressive. So when my friend came to my house and she was like, don't play with Gray, he's gonna scratch you. Her daughter insisted on playing with Gray and she got scratched. Since then, she's never played. As opposed to some of us who are like so like fragile with our kids, we don't let our kids live. I feel like that's our problem with our generation. You don't want your child to go outside because you're scared of this. You don't want your child to do this because like we're shielding our children too much. That, these people are not going to be able to fend for themselves. They're going to be introverts, living on their phones. So my parenting approach right now is I'm really just trying to get this kid out there as much as possible. Swimming class, ballet, like we'll figure out what you like at some point.
You've got enough skills around.
Yeah, just at least opportunities that we didn't have possibly when we were growing up. And just kind of getting them away from the screen, because these screens are...
It's a bit too much.
It's a lot, man.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
Pascal, you and your wife have kind of started discussing that, future plans for...
Yes, this week actually on Monday we went to a school to check, to book for her for the school. But then
that concept is mad, Yo!
It's queues these days. 2 years, queues. For school.
Man, natujui mali dunia naenda, si ulikuwa unapeleka unaingia.
Ulikuwa naambia Friday tunaenda interview, Monday pa daro
umeshaingia class.
Different.
So you have to book mapema. So we went, this teacher is giving us, so we're asking about lessons. It's a really good school. So I think, like you said, Nick, throw mweke huko, swimming, music, piano. I want my kid to learn everything.
Yeah.
And I'm a musician, so I want her to learn music, see if she loves that as well, so we can sing with me and her. But another thing that I didn't really like is this, help me out here. When a kid messes up, do you talk to her? Like, no, you shouldn't do that. You should, as in, your concept sijaelewa.
So each Nick and I will kind of give you the law, right? And first and foremost, we don't have the manual for parenting. For me, so how it is I don't live with my daughter, so it's a co-parenting situation because of my early mornings and everything, weekends, what midterm, that kind of situation. But I have always been the cool one. The mom has always been the disciplinarian, right? But to an extent, it's now starting to kind of change because I'm now having to be like, okay, I want to see this and that, what. So I'm trying to talk to her more and warn her and be like, okay, so don't do this, what. Because I think the mom's strict with her. So whenever, like, I'll use an example. There's a night she was telling me, can I have Red Bull? At like 9 o'clock, or can I go to bed at 11? Because mom says we go to bed at this time. For me, you can see there's a lot that's escaping. So whatever the mom had been doing was been eroded while with me. So I've had to now kind of step up into that hole where like, okay, isn't it rules zako? I'll abide by them. So that, we're molding someone who's well-rounded. Yeah. So it's you guys, especially when you're parenting, everybody's got different personalities and styles. You kind of have to just converse and agree on how to do it. Yeah.
I was raised with, like I said, my dad is very
strict.
He's very strict. He's very...
It's a military
It's this
thing.
way, it's this way. But then my wife was raised in a different aspect. Like now, when she messes up, ours was, do that again, you will see.
You will see.
So, and then, like, I haven't turned out that bad.
We can see. Good head on your shoulders. Yeah.
But, like, the teachers are saying, like, the school we went to, like, you talk to her, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, it's just new to me. It's a very new terrain, so I don't really know what to do, what to say, when to say it. So I'm still learning in that aspect. But
what is Nika tutuambiaje? For you now?
I mean, I think it's very important to instill discipline in these young humans from a very young age. I mean, even kids, like one of the first words they learn to say is no. So you also need to enforce that no when they're doing something. I mean, so for me, I've tried several techniques. I've tried the old school ones. How we were raised. I've tried, the talking, this one of, explaining and why this thing is wrong. But I think what works now for me is just the stare.
Hey.
Yeah. So it's just the stare, you hit them with a look when they've cossered, and that look is only used when things are thick. Up. Yeah. And I feel like that look works, it's just like and she'll even slowly back away. She'll put that, whatever she was holding down, and she will mind
What
her
are you
business.
doing? Nothing?
Yeah. Yeah. I think, non-verbal communication is powerful, man. And kids are a lot smarter than, I think they even play us for fools, honestly. They're just like, I can get away with this.
I mean, for sure. Like, I know mine plays me. Hey, the other day, we're with her. She's so energetic and everything. Then she gets to her grandmother's house because her grandmother was there, her other grandma was there, and her granddad. Aye, this one turned into a 2-year-old.
Yeah.
Oh, Nini, water. I need milk before I sleep. Aye. Namwambia Buddha. Tukiwa pamoja inakuoga kijeshi.
Inakuoga gangster, bana.
But then the craziest thing about it, that whole weekend,
Yeah.
she had a very chill one. Manze Sunday venye tumeanza kurudi naye, nikamwambia welcome back. Military school.
Hey, let's do it.
That's how it is. Now, guys, as we conclude, Father's Day is on this Sunday. What would be your words to fathers out there? Because I mean, you guys are out there in the public domain. And when you're in the public domain, a lot of people are always looking to see, okay, what can I learn from Nick? What can I learn from Pascal? There's a lot of people out there who never had fathers as well, who don't know how to go around it. It's and in life, man, there's a lot of people who are learning, right? Yeah. So what would you tell those guys?
I'll start. Okay. I would say, dads, first of all, tunajua life is tough. Hii economy. Sio mchezo. But do what you gotta do. Provide, protect, love your children. Love them unconditionally, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Provide, protect, love unconditionally.
Yeah.
All right. Before we step to you, Pascal, what are you doing for your dad this Father's Day?
If that man could settle down, I would take him for lunch. Come anaweza tu relax. Because, like I said, he's a hard worker. We call him a worker. So he's going down to Meru this weekend to do some biashara there. But I would take him for lunch. But I think since that's out of... that's not on the table. I'll figure out something nice I can do for him.
Your dad is very kind, by the way.
Yeah?
I met him that day at your production house. He stopped, looked at me, he's like, I've sent you something.
Yeah.
I told him Selena. I was like, yeah. For like 2 minutes, he gave me advice.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah. That's
okay.
nice.
At least we can see where Nick came from.
The Instagram quotes up on those talk.
Hey, we got warm blanket, cold future.
That was straight out of Form 2. Wale unajaribu kuchagua ma subject. The warmer the blanket,
the colder the fuel.
What about you, Pascal, now?
To add on what he said, to talk to other dads. As in, it's what you're going through, it's not new. Someone else has gone through it.
Yes.
So like Nick for me is my go-to guy, first call. He's really, really, like he's been there 5 years and his advice is really, really good for me. So yeah, just find someone who you're close to, someone you can talk to, and just ask any question that you have, because he might have gone through it, or he knows someone who might have gone through it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Definitely. Shout out to both of you guys. Happy Father's Day.
Thank you.
Ntawatumia kampesa hiyo day.
Saizi tu.
Sawa, whichever, hakuna was. But more importantly, just as you've said, right? I think for young fathers out there, I see ladies do it so well. They really, when they're in chamas, they in all of these different things that they do together. Ladies are very communal. I think for men and as fathers, as you've rightfully said, right? We need to create those environments where you guys can talk to each other. Sikila tu sato mina Nick tuko kokojea and you don't even, you get, because a lot of young fathers are going through so many difficult times, hard economic times, this and that, the pressures of having to provide, and they're taking all of this by their own, right? So it's good to be there for each other.
Absolutely.
Sikila time atitu kayumbet. No. Be there for each other. So, thank you guys for coming through. Thank you very much for your time. Unajua nyinyi ma superstar bana. So, bless up. All right. Sasa, shouting out to Pascal and of course Nick. They've been with us. Now they're about to go record some dad jokes. That should be interesting. Who's funnier between both of you guys?
Pascal, without a doubt.
Nick.
Pascal, without a doubt.
Nick always comes in at the nick of time with a good joke.
There you go.
There you go, man. Shout going out to them both, and of course, happy Father's Day to all of the fathers out there.
Trace